Hey everyone, a lot to uncover, a lot to break up. Hold on a second. All right, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the article, Cheryl. I mean, it's the truth. It's the bombarding and the bombing is continuing. Right before we went on, Alex was telling me literally a half an hour ago, right in the center of Kiev, they had the sirens go off, and he just sent me some pictures. I'm going to be putting it out to you guys later about a video of people sheltering inside the metro. Hey, Kat. So I want to welcome everybody. I know it's been a crazy week, a lot going on, especially here in the United States with this big, ugly, disastrous bill that right now we still see Hakeem Jeffries. He's filibustering and still talking. So, but we have to admit it's probably going to pass and it's going to be bad. So we got to take it with a grain of salt. But there's other things happening that the media is not covering, nobody's talking about, and it's important that we bring it to you. That's why we're having this breaking special voice from Ukraine. As you guys have been watching for the past few days, me and Alex have been coming on live. Also, my Substack letters I've been writing about the things that Trump has been doing behind the scenes with basically no control. First of all, from releasing sanctions on certain military banks to, as we told you, there's 30,000 North Korean troops that North Korea is pledging to send to the war into Ukraine. And as we spoke about a couple of, literally the day yesterday, about Trump holding back weapons to Ukraine. The great part about it is that our voices are being heard, that Congressman Fitzpatrick made a statement and put it out yesterday. I read it to you guys and I put it in my Substack. I'm not going to read it all again right now, but basically reiterating everything that we've been talking about here about and getting some responses for Trump. But today it gets even worse, folks, because what our sources have been telling us is that these weapons, these missiles, it's not that he did just not send them to Ukraine. These missiles were already in Poland, ready to be deployed into Ukraine, ready to go, and Trump pulled it back. It's even worse. And today, Ukraine got bombarded. Those of you that read my Substack letter, Alex will give us an update in a little bit about what's going on. But we have a lot to break down. And before we go to breaking down, Alex, why don't you, because I want to get into, I have a lot of, I've been on the phone with my sources and I have a lot of breaking information about the actual call Putin just had with Trump and what they spoke about. So, Alex, why don't you give us a update on what's going on in Ukraine, what's happening, what happened overnight today?
Well, overnight, hello everybody. Thank you for following. Thank you for your support. Last night, as soon as we finish our stream, the sirens went off. The sirens went off, but they were on Kiev for not too long, because everything went further towards Zaporizhia, Kharkiv, Sumy, Donetsk, the and Poltava. And I posted, and I'm sure you posted in your Substack, that Poltava got hit. And in Poltava, they hit the Tetsaka. Tetsaka is recruitment center, one of the biggest recruitment center. Those Trisha has that you saw hit the place. That's the recruitment center. For the recruitment centers in Ukraine, so Ukraine won't be able to recruit soldiers. This is
By the
like.
way, Alex, before you continue, and I'm sorry to interrupt you because you have a lot. We have a lot of guys. We have a lot of important information, a lot of breaking news we're going to talk about. So make sure hit those hearts as hard as you can. I guess as much as you can. Also, you see that little box there with the arrow. Hit on that and share it. Share it with your Rolodex. Just share it with all your people that you know, and just send it, blast it to everybody. Let them listen, let them hear, because nobody's going to hear this on the media. We need to make sure that our voices are loud and clear. And remember, you're our megaphone. And for those of you that are new to this platform or to our family here, welcome. But right now it's extremely important for everybody to do their part. So share this, hit the hearts, subscribe, become paid subscribers, whatever you can, because it's getting crazy out there and it's getting really dangerous when I talk about, because the stuff that we're going to talk about. I mean, our sources are themselves can't believe that things are happening that's so crazy between what Trump is doing right now with Putin. Okay, sorry about that, but we need that. Go ahead, Alex.
And they're trying to hit the recruitment center, and at the same time, they're hitting Odessa. They hit that they hit some areas next to the ports. I mean, they're hitting civilian targets with the kids and everything. And Ukraine responded with hitting some of the logistic lines, some factories that they make batteries for the Iskander ballistic missiles and stuff. So it's like I put in my post, it's back and forth, but this back and forth works if you have bullets in your gun. But what happened is, and from the statement that came out from the spokesman in U.S. in the White House, that they slowed down aid to not just to Ukraine, to a lot of different countries because of the stockpiles getting low. But my information says that those weapons were already on the border, and they stopped them. They stopped because they were already coming in, and they are planning the phone call tomorrow to talk about that, and to see if they're going to get a release. But it's unheard of. Plus, are those weapons already approved by Senate and signed and approved that they're supposed to come?
Trump doesn't care about that, Alex. It's the same thing as remember we spoke of just a few weeks ago about how he diverted missiles that were supposed to be already congressional Biden approved. He diverted them over to the Middle East, to Israel, and now he just pulled back. And you're confirming what I've been hearing also, basically that these weapons or these missiles already were in Ukraine. This is, folks, this is very strategic. I want you to understand very importantly, because today he announced that he just got off the phone with Putin. He did this right before he got on the phone with Putin. So there was three things that happened before Trump. What Trump did before he got on the phone with Putin. He released sanctions on his banks. He what's it called? Held back the what's it called? Weapons. And he basically praised Putin when he came out in the into world talking about how Putin wants peace and talking about. So he did all of these things to set up this call for Putin, because what happened on this call, and we're going to get into it, Alex. Did you? By the way, did you hear anything about this call?
Yes, some of it, and with this first of all, this call started with Putin praising Trump on his beautiful new bill. He
Well,
comes
well, yeah. Well,
even
and we're gonna get this is okay. So, guys, make sure hit those hearts. We're gonna get into some interesting parts here that nobody's gonna talk about. So, before that, Alex, before he even did that, so Putin was at an expo. Putin was sitting at an expo, sitting there giving a speech, Q&A, whatever you want to call it. And all of a sudden, this is the theatrics, folks. You can't even. I mean, it's all played out, because he wants the world to believe that he did not know Donald Trump was calling him. And I'll tell you why this is happening. This is very, very important, because if the call before they had, there was a video that came out that Putin made Trump wait for like 30 minutes or something while he was finishing up talking before he got on the phone. And that circulated, that really got to Trump a little bit. So this was the Russian propaganda machine giving Trump a win and showing him, the respect. So watch what he did. He's sitting there talking. All of a sudden he gets up and says, "Excuse me, the president of the United States is calling." He goes, I hate to make you guys wait, but if I make him wait, he might get upset," because he still put that in there that he might get upset, got up to go take the call. And then go ahead, Alex. So he started off right. I also heard they started praising him on the big, beautiful bill.
he
Just
started
think about it.
congratulating him on a big beautiful bill. Then he said that perhaps we should exchange in cinematography. Cinematography is
We're
like
gonna get to that in a second. Yeah, no, no. This is we're gonna leave with your kid. We get time. Let me get into some of the juicy parts what they're going to because I know what you're getting to, and that is just completely out of control what they spoke about. But so
before you do everything. But the bottom line is Putin doesn't want to stop the war. That's the bottom line.
yes, yes, yes.
Putin told him straight up, until we reach our objective, there is no stop.
Well, there's two interesting things that happened in that call that I agree with you. First of all, several interesting things. First of all, I agree with you that yes, Putin. First of all, I think they already came out with an official statement that Putin said that we're going to continue. But it's interesting what was when I spoke to my sources, what was spoken about, what was not spoken about. Because remember, a lot of this call also was a setup pretense prior to this call. Steve Witkoff already did most of the work. The reason this call was just to basically, it was more of a prop, more of a press release, more of a, so Trump could come out now, do a press conference, Putin could do a press conference. They could pretend that there's some kind of conversation, because what's going to come out of this call, and Trump is going to say is that he put pressure on Putin to end the war quicker, but what's it called? That he's going to make believe that that's the conversation, but that really didn't happen on the call. They also spoke about that they're going to put out that they're going to have this talks continue in Istanbul to prolong it because remember, as I told you on our Substack letter a week ago with the Russian delegation, the new tactic now is delay to starve Ukraine. So now hold back the weapons, take away, stop selling them weapons, and try to prolong it by pretending that they're going to do peace. So they're going to announce. You're going to hear this stuff here first, but they're going to announce that they're going to have bilateral conversations continue in Istanbul between Russia and Ukraine. It's going to be a third round. They won't give the specific dates yet, so I don't know when they're planning on doing that. Um, the interesting part is that he did not mention. Well, my source said that he did not speak about that Trump stopped. What's it called? The missiles to Ukraine. And the reason why and you know why he didn't spoke. That's why it's the interesting part is because that was already discussed. That's what Witkoff took care of. That was the message. That's why folks gotta see how they do things. Witkoff already arranged it. Trump went and stopped it. Putin saw it today, so there was no need to discuss it because the message was got here. This is everything that you discussed with my intermediary Witkoff. I've done everything. The one thing they did discuss, which was interesting, part of it was Iran and the Middle East. Because remember, as we told you, that's something that Trump needs. Trump needs that win because he needs that win with Israel. He needs that win for his Abraham Accords. He needs that win for his deals that he's making between Qatar and Saudi. So Trump's very heavy into that part of the world. So remember, going way back, told you that Putin promised to help him with the Middle East as long as Trump gives him Ukraine. As you've been seeing, Trump's been giving him Ukraine, and Putin's been helping him because this is the only reason Iran is holding back. Trump. This is what I need you to understand. Trump is not. Iran is not listening to what Trump is doing. Iran is not scared of Trump. Iran is not did not stop this war because of Trump. Bibi Netanyahu did. Bibi Netanyahu did what Trump is telling him to do because Trump just saved them from going criminal. But Iran's leader, Iran, the person that is Vladimir Putin, guys. If you read the Substacks and if you've been listening to what we're telling you, I mean, right after the attack, where did the Ayatollah send a private letter with his foreign minister straight to the Kremlin? So, and that's who's holding back Iran and the Middle. So, part of this conversation was, hey, Trump showed him that he did what he wants, and now he wants him, and you're going to start seeing now the response coming out, as far as this conversation. What else? Let me see that they spoke on.
Well,
He also confirmed. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
it started with he also wished him happy Independence Day. Since when Russia wishes America happy Independence Day?
It's even crazy, Alex. Just like you were saying, not only did he wish him happy Independence Day, folks, Vladimir Putin. One of the things that they're going to call this is like a business-like call. Business-like call. Why? Because they literally spoke about business, folks. They literally spoke about this is what Alex was trying, not cinematography. So Putin offered Donald Trump to do a joint venture between Russia and America to exchange movie catalogs. Russian movies to American movies and do a joint venture. Just think, it's just like this is getting so crazy. It's just like when Trump launched yesterday or the day before his cologne. Now Putin on a call with Trump while there's a war going on in Ukraine, while Trump is stopping holding back aid, while North Korea is sending 30,000 more troops to fight, while the Middle East is a volcano ready to erupt, while here in the United States we have all this going on. Yesterday, Vladimir Putin, and you're hearing it here first. I don't know if they're going to tell you this. Basically, on this call, offered Donald Trump to do a joint venture between Russia and America. And I don't know what exactly the deal is. Alex, do you know more about the deal? Because
Well, basically, he says it's time for us. I spoke to several of our business community in Russia, and I think we should exchange um, uh, values, national values. We give you some of our movies, you give us some of your movies, and let's exchange the national values. Since when America and Russia exchange national values? This is unheard of.
all of this is unheard of.
But
I
not
can't
only,
wait.
I'll just say
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
at the end of the call, it says, and it was quoted that they were going, no, you hang up, no, no, you hang up, no, no, you hang up, no, no, you hang up. That they were like two patients trying to figure out who's going to hang up first.
But see that, but you know the difference, Alex. Trump was one of those going back. Putin did all of that strategically.
Of course.
He's playing. I'm watching this play out, guys. I mean, the way Putin is playing Trump. Just think about. Just let's analyze for a second for what the beginning of what this call because it's very important. First, Putin starts off this call by showing Trump privilege that he jumped out of a expo in the middle of it because Trump called. Putin jumped everything because Putin doesn't drop anything to anybody. We know this is one of the very big stickler points that we talk about when Putin meets Netanyahu, any other leaders, who greets who first. All of this is a very, very big thing when it comes to that mind game. But here, Putin jumps. Trump calls, Putin jumps. First thing Putin gets on the phone is congratulates. Think about what Alex told you guys. Congratulates Donald Trump on his big, beautiful bill. Even though it's still being, it still didn't pass, probably will pass, but just think about it. So Putin is congratulating him, wishing Donald Trump happy Independence Day. Think about it. Just stop for a second, think about it. Vladimir Putin. This is how the call starts. Instead, and just what do you think our orange head leader of this free world, felt like? He was sitting there like, oh, I know him very well. Believe me, he was sitting there like this, and he had his crew around him, Stephen Miller and Susie Wiles and others, and he was like, "You hear that? You hear that?" And you know who set that up? Stephen Witkoff. Because when Stephen Witkoff speaks to him, he tells him, listen, this is what you need to do. Because I remember when we were setting up the call with Zelensky back in 2000, I'll never forget when me and Giuliani met with Andrei Yermak, who is Zelensky's right hand. We met him in Spain, and we were putting pressure on Zelensky to put out investigation into the Bidens. So we were setting up the call. Remember the famous call where Trump got impeached over, where Trump asked him to do him a favor and to look into the. So when we were speaking to Yamal, Giuliani was explaining to him how to speak to Trump. For Zelensky, he was giving him pointers that when Zelensky gets on the phone, what to say and how to speak to Trump to be able to for Trump to like get into it. I'll never forget that. So I'm just thinking about how this call went. You had Witkoff come in there to Dmitry Kirov and or to Putin and say, "Listen, Putin gotta brush his head. You gotta tell him that he's the man. Congratulate him. Show him some respect, and he'll get everything." Folks, you watching this play out, and I can't wait to see how much what's it called? They're gonna report on it. But this is insane. Watching this unfold, Alex.
This is it's unheard of. It's illogical. It's no words. It's no words to describe that. But bottom line is that when Trump asked him about the work, the ending war in Ukraine, here are the exact words.
Hold on,
Uh,
Alex. Before you go into that, Alex, because we have about 900 people here right now. It's important for everybody continue hitting those hearts. Also, make sure you take that little box with that arrow that's right next to the hearts. Send it to your Rolodex. Send it to your friends. Send it to anybody that needs to hear the truth, or that doesn't, or even doesn't want to but needs to. People that don't have access right now to this platform. Spread the message far and wide. I also want to take this time and thank all of our subscribers, everybody here that follows us, that spreads the message. I want to do a special shout out and thank you to all the paid subscribers, all of you that contribute to the Venmo at Lev Parnas, all of you that contribute and help during when we do our fundraisers at what's it called, GoFundMe, and all of you that are here to join us and support us. Make sure that if you're not, that you do start subscribing right now. If you're new to the platform, write something in the platforms where you just joined so we could welcome you to the family. Otherwise, I need you guys to continue spreading the message right now. It's more important than ever to keep going, because not only is the craziness and everything that we've been speaking about is starting to formulate, where the cracks also that are happening all over the place inside of not only mega world, also now in Congress and Senate. I mean, yes, Trump might get this bill passed through, but it's going to come at a major cost, not only to us but to him also. So now is the time to be even more louder, even more what's the right word? Go out there and do your thing. So I want to thank for those of you that have been following, and for those of you that are considering it, please subscribe, join us, join the family. This is a movement, not only a movement, this is the resistance right now to Donald Trump. Because if you guys have been watching, those of you that have been here from the beginning, I don't even have to tell you, but even those that have you been for the past several weeks or several are new to the platform, you've seen everything that we're talking about. Not only are we ahead of the media? Not only are we talking about things that the media won't talk about, but we're exposing it, and it's getting out there to a point now where congressmen, like Congressman Fitzpatrick, a Republican, yesterday, not only did he write a scathing letter, to, and you know what? I'm going to read this letter. I'm going to take the time because a lot of you might have not got a chance to read my Substack that I wrote yesterday or went live. I think this letter is extremely important to what we're talking about. So I want to read it to everybody one more time. And I want you to hear how important this is. Huh? What'd you say, Alex?
Hold on a second. The people are running. Something just exploded. Huge explosion just happened.
Where by where right by you over there?
Yeah, about a mile from me. I see women and kids running home. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. If you need to take cover, Alex, safety comes first. So make sure.
Wow, that was loud. But there was no warning. Wow. Okay, go ahead.
All right. All right. Just watch yourself there. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna read what after our reporting after the news. Not Massey. This was Fitzpatrick. Brian Fitzpatrick wrote a letter yesterday, and not only did he write a letter, he also did something very defiant. He, after writing the letter, he went and voted no against the bill, and then he left. They couldn't find him. He never, because the others that voted no with him came back and then voted yes, and that's why we're having right now Hakeem Jeffries talk. But Fitzpatrick, he disappeared with this, and this was all because of Ukraine and the social media right now. All of MAGA is attacking him, and morning tonight they want. So this is another congressman that we've been talking about that now is should be right now and is stepping up to Donald Trump that we could get on our side to save our democracy and save the world. So here it is, folks. I'm going to read it to you. Dear President Trump, I am writing to express my serious concern with this recent public reporting that the United States is withholding defense material already pledged to Ukraine, and amid Russia's unyielding summer assault. Persistent airstrikes launched by the Putin regime against civilians targets are escalating at an unprecedented level. Just this week, Russian forces launched over 500 aerial weapons, making it the largest strike against Ukraine since since the beginning of the war. The U.S. provisions of Patriot's air defense interceptors, air to air missiles, Hellfire air to ground missiles, and surface to surface rockets, artillery rounds, and Stinger surface to air missiles have allowed Ukraine to effectively counter Russian offense, strikes, and limit the loss of human life. While the United States needs to continue to strengthen our defense industrial base here at home, we can and must simultaneously provide urgently needed assistance to our allies who are defending their freedom from brutal invading dictators. To not to do both is unacceptable. Mr. President, Ukrainian soldiers and pilots are not just protecting their homeland, they are holding the line for the entire democratic world. This is a defining moment. Ukraine's courage must continue to be met with action, and the United States must continue to lead with clarity and purpose. There can be no half measures in defense of our liberty. We must, as always, stand for peace through strength. That is why I respectfully request an emergency briefing from the White House and the Department of Defense on the Pentagon's recent review of our nation's weapons and munitions stockpiles, as well as why the decision to withhold urgent, life saving military assistance to Ukraine. Sincerely yours, Brian Fitzpatrick, Member of Congress. Folks, some of you might have heard this letter already twice or third. I mean, this is important and you'll hear it again. And this is when the voice needs to get out. So, this is a Republican congressman that is writing this and saying this, okay? That basically said word for word everything that me and Alex have been talking to you guys about and telling you.
It's not, but you know something about what you and I just talked about. That there is a juicy part about the conversation. You ready? Putin, it was not a full statement. Putin congratulated Trump on U.S. Independence Day, which is tomorrow, and said that Russia played no small role in the formation of American statehood.
What?
Putin said that Russia played no small role in formation of American statehood.
Wow, that's crazy.
That Russia played a big role in forming an America.
I mean, they got Trump in power. I mean, I would say. I mean, they're literally talking out loud. I mean, I mean, is that an official statement or is that your?
Yeah, this is from the what's his name? The guy from. Let me tell you his name. What his name is? The speaker. This is the speaker from.
Can you send it to me? Can you send it to me right now?
Yeah, it was in the original, and the one before last.
So send it to me. Can you send it to me? Let me take a look.
Sure, one second. Unbelievable. Give me a second.
This is from Yuri Ushakov.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, but let me see. I don't see it here.
Give me 1 second. I'll send it to you right now. This is well, Russians. They want credit for everything in the world.
Well, that's part of, and just think about how he creatively did that. He started off by praising Trump, by congratulating him, by getting him all like, what's it called? And then boom, he put in there strategically, you know what I'm saying to you? That, oh, by the way, what's it called? We're say thank you to us that we helped formulate the United States. That's crazy. I can't believe he said that. And Trump didn't respond. I can't wait to hear, to see what Trump tweet, because the other thing, we no longer have
I
transcripts
just
that
sent
come
you the
out.
latest. Just sent you the latest.
Let me see.
Oh, yeah, the question about Amazon, Putin started the Russia war.
I
You
don't
see it?
see it here.
The one before last.
About the film production.
No, I just sent the one before last. Putin during Trump and U.S. Independence Day, which
Oh,
is
oh yeah, yeah, I see it. Congratulated Independence. We said Putin congratulated Trump on U.S. Independence Day, which will be tomorrow, and said that Russia has played no small role in the formation of American statehood. Wow. I mean, just
that's like saying, who's your daddy?
yeah, formation of our country. I mean, I can't even believe I'm a little stunned here. I'm reading this right now. This is an official statement from Yuri Ushakov, who's Putin's aide. And this is an official quote. I'm going to read it again to you guys. This is, I can't even believe I'm hearing this. Putin congratulated Trump on U.S. Independence Day, which will be tomorrow. He said that Russia played no small role in the formation of American statehood. That's in English. Let me read it. Like I want to read it in Russian. Putin.
Let me send it to you in Russian.
I
Hold on.
is it? It's not on the one you sent me. I'm curious to see if the translation is the same exact.
Hold,
Because I
hold,
mean, because
hold on.
sometimes the translation, I just want to make sure because that's crazy.
Oh, you will see it's the same thing. I already looked at it. Yeah.
Trumп сделал позади США будет завтра и сказал, что Россия.
Американской государственности. He played a big role in forming American government.
That's insane. That's insane.
When I saw it, that's why I interrupted you. I said, you got to hear this. This is like,
That's crazy. No, that's insane. I mean, I can't even.
I mean, how does Russia get involved in 200 something years ago in forming America?
That wasn't about 200 years ago. That statement was about what's it called in the
Us.
past 8 year in the past 8 years.
Yep.
That's going back to 2016, going back to
Yep.
now 2024. I mean, that's where that was about. That's
That's
insane.
a reminder. That's a reminder. That's a reminder.
Well, listen, folks, we have about 1,000 people here. I want to thank everyone for joining. We've given you a bunch of information that is, yeah, that literally they just got off the call about a half hour ago, 40 minutes ago. We went live with you to break it all down so you know exactly what's happening. For those of you that joined late, you could replay it. It's going to be on my Substack, on Alex's Substack, to make sure you watch it. Make sure you send this video and this clip to as far as many people as possible, because I'm sure we're going to be seeing a printout of, like I said, Trump. They don't have printouts anymore, but Trump is going to
Can't
probably
wait.
do a Truth Social or a tweet about what how great the meeting went, how great the conversation was, and all that type of stuff. So with that, definitely stay tuned because we're probably going to be going live. We'll definitely. So, quick, because because of all the breaking news and everything that's happening. Unleashed today with me, Michael Cohen, and Malcolm Nance. We've moved it up from 3 o'clock to 6 p.m. 6 p.m. So this way, there's going to be more people that will be able to join. So this way, you could be done with work and you could be, because it's going to be very, very important for you guys to join me, Michael Cohen, and Malcolm Nance at 6 p.m. Unleashed. We're going to go live talking about everything having to do with Trump in the past week. Then right after that, we're going to do Q&A for paid subscribers. Alex is going to try to join us on that Q&A also. So make sure, if you're not a paid subscriber yet, to become paid subscribers. This way, I know you, a lot of you, I see typing, you have lots of questions. Save these questions for tonight and come on there. And we're going to have our Q&A with all the paid subscribers, and we're going to go back and get you all the answers. So it's going to be great. And then so for now, I'm going to have to tell you guys to have a great day, and make sure to subscribe and make sure to get your notifications on, because there's a lot of things breaking during the day today and a lot of things happening. And I want to make sure that once we go live or once I send something out, you guys are going to get it so you're informed quickly. But for those of you that join late, make sure you watch it. For those of you that have been here from the beginning, pass this around and let everybody know this is what's going on, because this is insane, folks. I'm going to end it off on that. Manga?
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
add something to
yeah,
it.
yeah. Go ahead.
Looking forward to join you later if I can. But look at the pattern again. They had a conversation just a minute ago. The air alert was issued in Kiev. Ballistics and Shaheds are coming from three different directions. As soon as they're having a conversation, we are under attack again.
And that's why, folks, and that's why it's extremely important right now. Your support matters more than anything. Not only to make our voices to be heard, but all your contributions. If you can make your contributions directly to Venmo at Lev-Parnas, become paid subscribers. We appreciate everything, and we're out here making sure to get you all this information, because unfortunately, the media is not doing it. Nobody's doing it, but we're doing it. We're going to keep doing it. So stay informed, stay alert today. Make sure you have your alerts on, and stay safe. Alex, please stay safe. I'll call you in a
Thank you.
little bit, and if you're able to join, definitely join later. If not,
Looking
make
forward.
sure safety comes first. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, guys. Have a
Slava
great day.
Ukraini.
Героям слава. God bless
God,
you, everybody.
God bless everybody.